Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be discussing my personal favorite game that was revealed at the Game Awards last night, which was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game by Gun Media. So as I said a couple of videos back, I did mention that Gun Media was working on a new game and I thought it was either going to be Halloween or Texas Chainsaw, and turns out I was right. It was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game. So that's awesome. I'm really excited to finally have a new asymmetrical survival horror game to get into that's not, Dead by Daylight or whatever. So I wonder when this will come out, but we don't have a date or anything on that yet. But really all I gotta say about the trailer is it's a cinematic trailer that just shows some of the landscape. It shows the house and stuff like that from the original film, and obviously at the end it shows Leatherface about to kill a guy with his chainsaw. Everything about it was really spot on to the original, and I think they did a fantastic job, especially because if anyone's a fan of Texas Chainsaw, they're gonna be like, okay, this looks like perfect. You even have like the weird sound effect from the original film that was later reused like a million times in the sequel. So that's awesome. Really got off with a great start with that. Like just that trailer alone, anyone who's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan is automatically going to be excited. And then at the end it says, multiplayer game based on true events, which the true events thing is based on the original film, how it says like it's based on true events, which it sorta is, but not really, kind of, whatever, it's a story for another day. But basically we obviously already knew that multiplayer, it was going to be a multiplayer game. We all knew that. Gun Media had already said that. We know what Gun Media likes to do. Obviously they made Friday the 13th, so of course they would do something like this again. So yeah, like I said, we will have more competition for Dead by Daylight. We just needed to be patient. But I'm going to quickly get into the website right here. I'm not really going to get into all the details because there's like a couple pages of like really long things. I did skim through it, so I'll give you guys like the brief overview. So first we have a picture of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which, holy shit, this artwork is amazing. You got Bubba, you got you got Nubbins the hitchhiker, and Drayton the cook, which, the artwork looks fantastic. And then you have like on like Leatherface's arm, you have like that doorway that he opens in the original film and hits the guy with a hammer. So that looks good. And then you have, the house and everything like that. This artwork is incredible. I gotta say, it's awesome. If this is the artwork that they use for the game, like the cover of the game, that'll be awesome because it looks really, really good. Whoever made this artwork is fantastic. So hire him for more stuff. That's all I gotta say. Like I said, it looks authentic. And then you scroll down here and it says, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is an asymmetrical horror experience based on the groundbreaking and iconic 1974 horror film. Please visit the community hub page for additional information as it becomes available. Latest from the community hub. Welcome to the family. Gun set out to once again put players in control of some of the most notorious names in horror. This time around, we brought the whole family. So, obviously, as you see those three on the poster, it pretty much confirms they're going to be in the game, obviously, and that they're going to be playable. That's obvious, and as you can see, like when I read through some of the stuff, it says that they're playable. However, it also said that there's going to be new members of the family created. So, as I accidentally called the hitchhiker Chop Top earlier, it makes me wonder, is Chop Top going to be in the game? Because he was in the sequel, but as far as we know in this game so far, it's not showing anything beyond the first movie. So, unlike Friday the 13th, the game, it kind of seems like they're only doing, characters from the 1974 film and then new killers to add on top of that. So, that's pretty interesting. I have faith that Gun Media doesn't, fuck it up and make it any really weird jank characters that don't fit the Texas Chainsaw franchise. They did a good enough job with Friday the 13th and the detail to that I don't think they would mess this up, at least in terms of like detail of the game to the franchise. I have complete faith in them when it comes to that. So it's going to be really interesting to see them making new family members for the Sawyer family. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I hope they do well with that. And then the art of authenticity Authenticity is a vital part of what we do here at Gun, but that authenticity runs deeper than just hero art. For the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we didn't just recreate locations and characters. We created a whole time and place in Texas. So what this thing means is just that, you know, they went into so much detail that they recreated this, you know, this time period and this place in Texas, you know, which is like the exact one from the original film. So that's awesome. Obviously, anyone who's a fan of the movie would be, you know, pretty upset if it wasn't authentic to the original, especially since this game seems almost entirely based on just that original film, as well as new original characters that they're going to make. And then it says, conceptual sound. Crafting an updated and inspired game score based off the iconic sound design of the 1974 original film would be no simple task. Have a quick read on how Gunn approached this and the haunted noise box that became a part of the score. So, about the haunted noise box, anyone who kind of tried to keep up on this whole situation actually saw the haunted noise box before, when Wes Keltner was he was like doing a stream or something like that, and he was making sounds with this noise box, and everybody kind of just assumed that sounds like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we were right. So really all I gotta say about this so far, because there's not that many details outside of it's a multiplayer game, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there's going to be new characters and stuff like that. It's just that Gun Media is a pretty good company, at least from what I saw. They, you know, were able to make Friday the 13th the game, which I'm pretty sure was like their first game. And I know a lot of people were like, fuck them, they suck. There were so many bugs and stuff in the game sucked. Well, that's true, but we also got to give them credit where it's due, in the sense that they made a really authentic game to the original Friday the 13th franchise, as well, that they did as good as they possibly could up until the lawsuit happened, and the lawsuit had nothing to do with them. I feel like I need to stress that the lawsuit regarding Friday the 13th had nothing to do with Gun Media, and it was completely about the franchise itself, not the game. So any, you know, improvement that they could have made on the game at that point was out the window. They couldn't have done anything except for just balance changes. So I do have faith that this will be a really good game as well. That I think that, like I said, it will bring a lot of authenticity, as they say here, from the original film to this. My only concern is just how are they going to do these new characters, because obviously, like, as someone who's a fan of the franchise, you kind of wonder, like, how are they going to make these, you know, OCs fit into the original film and stuff like that. So I guess I could understand why people would be possibly concerned by that. But other than that, I do have complete faith in Gun Media that they'll do a good job with this game, and I do think that this will be, you know, one of those ones that stands out and has a big audience for a while. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say on this one, folks. What do you guys think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game? Are you disappointed that it wasn't Halloween in the game? I sorta am, but also it's Texas Chainsaw, so I'm not gonna be too salty. You know, I'll take what I can get. Did you guys want something else? I mean, what did you guys want? Did you want Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween? Are you happy to see this? Are you excited to play as, you know, which character do you want to play as the most? I mean, obviously most people are going to play Bubba, but my favorite member of the Sawyer family is actually Drayton. So I'll probably play the shit out of him. And what do you guys think they're going to do with these original characters? Like, how do you think they're going to handle them? Do you think they're going to be handled well? So, yeah, that's really all I got to say on this one, folks. Y'all stay safe, stay groovy.